Hi everyone, welcome back to Super Mario 64 with glitches. In the previous part we finished up Jolly Roger Bay and finished off with 11 stars, so I'm going to start this one out again outside the castle. I'll probably do what I did in the DS playthrough and just start them all outside the castle because it's just a short trip to get back inside. And because I have at least 10 stars as I showed in the previous video, this little course here is open. Now what you want to do is stand somewhere on this circle on the sun pad and look up, but you can actually cancel it right before he opens the level and come out of first person mode, and it will still take you in like that. Just looks kind of silly. So here's the Tower of the Wing Cap. Simple 8 red coin star here. It can be kind of hard to get those two. Obviously you're supposed to kind of get them in descending order of height, so the ones that I got for 3 and 4 would normally be 1 and 2, but it's quicker to get those other ones first because, as you noticed, whenever you dip down while you're flying, he builds up a tremendous amount of speed like that, and it lets you fly all the way back up. There's a lot of yellow coins in this stage. I'm not going to bother with them. Like I said before, they don't really matter too much because the game doesn't keep a record of them once you leave the stage. So, like with the Vanish Cap switch, when I touch this it's going to activate a little text box, but I can actually skip this if I just jump straight into the star, and that will still be active. The Wing Cap is now available in every level that has one. But the level that I'm going to do today doesn't actually have the Wing Cap in it, although it does have the Vanish Cap in it. We're going to go and do Big Boo's Haunt because you need 12 stars to open this. As you can see, the ghost is there now, and I easily beat him to the door. Courtyard is full of boos. We'll have a look at that star thing a little bit later on. Most of the boos here are useless. In the DS version, there's red coins in them. And I can remember a lot of people used to say that if you didn't get that star before a certain point in the game, then they would stop appearing, and that's obviously bull crap. It's been proven. People have gotten it as the last star. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about the DS version. What you want to do is kill the Big Boo. So these guys can be kind of annoying to kill because they go invisible when you look straight at them, and you can't actually damage them when it's like that. So you just turn around and do a ground pound. It makes it much easier. But this thing here is the level. It's kind of an interesting concept, this, that he goes into like a smaller thing. So go on a ghost hunt. This is the first of the 7 stars. 7 because 100 coins as well, of course. Most of the level takes place inside this mansion here. There's some stuff around the perimeter. I'm not going to bother with that for this star, because this is the ghost hunt star, like it said. I know where all the ghosts are. There's 5 little ghosts around the place. Normally you'd get this one by going through with the Vanish Cap or going through the other side, but you can actually just wait for them to come through the wall. And if you kill them both at once, then sometimes only one text box appears. It kind of depends. I've had it happen where both appear, but whenever you kill one of these boos on this mission, it gives you a text box. I'm quick enough I can get out the door before the text appears here, which always looks cool. Doesn't really serve a purpose other than that though. So this room's kind of scary. What you normally would do is walk across this path over here, but you can probably tell that it's going to fall apart when I walk on it. The fact that there's a static camera in this room makes it kind of tricky, so the best thing to do, I find, is just to come over here and just kind of long jump over. You can pretty easily make that. So just one more boo to get, and luckily he's in this room. It's quite a convenient path that you can take if you know where they all are. It's like one straight line pretty much, except for that first room where I had to do a little bit of backtracking. So killing all of them has opened up the boss of this star, which is the Big Boo here. Now if I'm clever with this, let me just make him invisible and give me a second to explain. If I do the slide kick animation, which is pressing the Z button and B while running, then that'll attack the Boo. But if I keep Mario in that animation, then he can actually damage him twice with one slide kick. So let's have a look at that. So there's one hit. Oh god. Oh, I'll try and get 2 with this then. Yeah, there you go. So I got 2 hits on that second slide kick. I was still a little bit sloppy with the first one. And rather than wait for the stairs to come up, I'll just jump up and grab the star that way. Saves a little bit of time, looks a lot cooler. So that's one of the stars done already. The next star that I'm going to do is going to be the 100 coin star. I'm going to combine it with the star in the sewer area where a lot of boos appear because there's a lot of blue coins there. This stage actually has 21 blue coins in it in total, which is more than any other. The total number of coins that you can get in Big Boo's Haunt is 151, so we're going to try and get all of those right now. It shouldn't be too hard. There's just a few points that I need to make about some of the coins. I'll cover that in just a sec. Over here and wait for these guys to come through the window again. We're never actually going to go in the room that they came from. There's nothing else in there except for those 2 boos, and I've already killed them both. Just let these chairs go out of the way. They don't give you any coins, but this guy here, you always want to hit them from underneath, and if you don't do that and they hit you, then they disappear from the stage and don't give you a blue coin. So you always want to make sure that you kill them quite carefully. And there's the piano. We'll talk more about him later on. Let's just go around the bottom of the level for now and get all the coins that we can. So I've already got 21. All the boos from the first mission are back. They don't have text anymore, and this guy is noticing me, which is great. A lot of the time he doesn't. You can just walk like up there. A little bit precise that. You don't want to jump too high on the wall, otherwise you'll kind of bounce your head on the backside, underneath side of this thing. I'm not going to go up there just yet. I'll do all the rooms downstairs first. I think that makes the most sense. It means that I won't forget anything. Same room as before, just going to long jump across. And this one's kind of scaring me, so I think I'm going to reset his position. This will reset it, right? I'm not actually sure. It does. I just don't want to risk the coin falling down, even though I am going to fall down on purpose later on. It's not what I want to do right now. So I'll just continue through here. Carefully grab this coin before it falls. I guess it wasn't going to, but whatever. So that's everything on the ground floor. I can now just wall kick up here and do the same thing. I'm going to leave those rooms over there till the end. So there's a couple of parts that are useless up here. If I jump across there, I can get one of the stars. Normally you would come through this series of rooms. There's actually nothing in there in the way of coins. And I'm going to skip that entire puzzle, but I'm just going to briefly show off the room because we're not actually going to do much in it. It's quite tricky to get through because of all these books. You've got to hit these in a certain order. Doesn't make a damn bit of difference because, like I said, with some pretty easy jumping mechanics, you can get over that. I've already been in this room. That's the one that had the eye and the boo in it. So there's another eye in here. Quite a few of them in this stage. Is he noticing me? He is. Okay, sometimes it can be a pain to get them to notice you, but I managed to get it. So in here there's 2 red coins under some of the coffins. If I'm quick enough I can grab them before they fall down. I think those are the only ones that actually... Oh, that one opens as well, but there's nothing underneath it, so kind of useless. If I head over here, there's 2 more of those books. You want to be slow here so you don't get hit by them. It's best to activate them one at a time. Alright, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And there's a cheeky red coin hiding right here that somehow managed to run past. So that's activated the red coin star. I'm not actually going to collect that. And what I'll do instead on a later star is I will show like a quick route that you can take through the level to get the red coin star. So I'm going to do this room kind of fast. If I activate the blue coin switch, I can grab these 2, then come over here, get the boo that's coming out of there. Doesn't count as one of the 5 for the first star, as you can guess, because he's you know, he's upstairs and you're not supposed to get upstairs on star 1, even though I showed that you can just walk back up. So here's a big boo. We actually fight this guy 3 times in this stage, and this is supposed to be the 3rd one. I'm not going to fight him now. I'm just going to long jump over here and long jump over here. I don't think this has coins in it. I think it's just a 1-up, but we bothered coming over, so we'll grab it. So I think that's everything inside the mansion. Actually, let me just jump kick my way back up this slope. I want to have a look on here with Mario Cam so I can actually see. That's interesting. It doesn't let you zoom out. Really weird. Let's just slide off the roof then, and the camera goes back to normal. We actually saw the vanish cap box inside the mansion for a brief second there, and I landed on top of this, which is kind of cool. So it's going to give me the 100 coin star. I'll pick that up in a second. I'm going to kill these scuttlebugs first. Everyone always calls these things spiders, but I don't know if you guys know, but spiders have 8 legs, and those things have like 3 or something. I don't know. I wasn't actually looking, but it's a lot less than 8. So there's the 100 coin star, and that room right there is... I'll just show this anyway. I said I wasn't going to come in here, but this is where the boos were that I lured through this wall, and I can't actually jump through it. There's no vanish cap in here. You're supposed to, I guess, just kill them there, and I guess it kind of makes the vanish cap useless in a way. But we'll be going in this shed in a second. Before I do that, I'm going to climb on top of this. So yeah, I quite like the fact that I've decided to do all the coins in this game, because it means that I'm showing off pretty much every aspect of every level. So if I break these 2 crates over here, or cork boxes I guess they are in this game, they're more like crates in the DS one I believe. We're almost done with everything outside of the shed. That's where a lot more of the coins are. There's like another 5 or so blue coins in there in the lower section, but I think that's everything. Let me just quickly run over here and make sure. So I need 30 more coins. Yeah, I know where all of them are, so let's go and get them now. I'm going to do this in kind of a roundabout way actually. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to kill the Mr. Eye. It's like, what, the 3rd or 4th one in the stage. Well, there actually is another one that's part of the star later on, and I'm not going to go down that elevator right now. I'm going to actually head back inside and go down to the factory that way, and you'll see why I'm calling it the factory in a minute. It's just kind of like a a running joke that's been around for years, but if you fall down these pits, it takes you down here, which is where I want to go. I can assure you there's no coins on the path to here, so I can just head inside this from here. We call this the factory because it produces boos. As you can see, they just keep coming out of here. And there's going to be 5 of them, which is going to put me up to my total of 151 coins for this stage. One more blue coin will do the trick. And then here comes Big Boo again, so this is the second time that we'd be fighting him in this stage. And I know where the star is going to appear. It's going to be right over here. So hopefully I'm actually in the star. That'd be really cool. A little bit too low. That's okay though, not a problem at all. So that's 3 of the stars of the level taken care of already. The rest of them are going to be probably a bit quicker than that one. Obviously I was going around the whole stage just to show everything off there. And you notice that I got a 1-up for every 50 coins there. That actually stops after 150. So if I were to get 200 coins in a stage, or 250, then it actually wouldn't give me any 1-ups. It's kind of weird. They just never assumed that you would get that many. And the only way to do it really is by glitching. So I showed before, in here, up there is where the star is. You're supposed to go through that room in the bookshelves. You can skip all of this if you just do a wall kick here. It's kind of precise. Well, not precise, but kind of tricky because the camera sucks. It's like static in this room. Best way to go over here is to back up a little bit and then just do a double jump and then pull back and kick so that I don't dive in the air. I kind of covered this mechanic in the previous video, so I can grab this star as well now. And that's another one knocked off the list. Nice and easy, just the way I like it. So I'm going to cover that star statue in a little bit. I think I'll leave that until there's one more stage. Oh cool, I landed straight in the boo. That was an excellent way to enter the stage. I'm happy with that. So here's the route that I'm going to use for the red coin star. This is what we do in speedruns, and it's just the quickest way around this. I mean, some people choose to like combine the 100 coin star with red coins, but I like to do it with the factory. There's a coffin, by the way, in case anyone didn't know. The static camera makes it a little bit hard to tell. So I'll come in this room, get the first red coin right here, stand on the light, try not to move so he doesn't go all over the place, grab that, don't get knocked down into the factory, we don't have to go back there ever. I'm going to go back upstairs because a lot more of the coins are actually up here. I'm going to have to go back to that room with the coffins and see if I can get them nice and quick again. Get them both activated, grab the coins before they fall on me. Very good. Over to this room with the weird wall kick that I did to get up here from below before, and I'm actually going to head back down this time. And the last couple of coins are over here, so if I'm good enough I can get this room done in like with a really cool kind of triple jump at the end like this, and grab it and land right at the door. So here's the piano that I kind of ignored before. I just wanted to point out that obviously when I was a kid this thing scared me, and I feel like that seems to be the case for everyone. And I know this because anytime the piano is mentioned or seen, everyone just has to say how it scared them as a kid. So there you go. I've done it myself now, and yeah, I'm sure you all agree with me that it was very terrifying when you were a kid. So please do let me know if you think that, or please let me know if you weren't scared of it as well. It'd be nice to get some representation from both sides. So 2 more stars to get. The next one is going to be another fight with Big Boo, the final of the game. I mean, I guess you could say that I'm killing him every time I enter the stage, but yeah, that's just kind of a bit of a stretch. So let's head inside. The TAS, like the tool assisted speedrun, can actually get on top of the roof from the outside by doing like wall kicks off of the side of this. It's like really hard to do, but like I don't even remember how they start it, but they're able to wall kick repeatedly against the side of it. And like I mentioned in the previous video, if you get a first frame wall kick, like if you wall kick on the first frame possible, it actually increases your speed. So they just do that every time and it allows them to get up there. But we don't have that kind of talent, so we're gonna just get this normal way, or kind of the normal way. I like to come up here and then just long jump across, and I can head back upstairs to this bit over here. And this is actually where the other star in the stage is too. You can see there's a panel over there with a boo on it. I'll cover that in the next one. So the best way to do this is just turn around and ground pound 3 times. Kind of get him stuck in the corner there. Oh gosh, I can't believe he hit me there. Oh, Mario disappeared. Nice. I managed to get the star to activate during his like damage animation, because that's what his damage animation is. He sort of flashes. So what you want to do now, this is another thing that's kind of tricky actually because of the camera and stuff. What you want to do is just kind of long jump. The safest way is to long jump up there and just keep running until he stops. Don't try and jump when you're going up a slope, it's not going to help you. But don't do it too close to this wall here, because you'll probably just hit like the edge of it and fall down. That's happened to me many times in speedruns. But instead I'll just do this, then turn him around and jump, because I mean I know where it is. Let's just grab this one up for the hell of it for the second time. It always reappears when you enter the stage, so might as well, right? I can grab this star. Totally thought I was going to miss it there. I don't even know why I thought that, because my angle wasn't even bad or anything. So I'm going to clear out the boos that are in front of the fountain, just so I can have a quick look at that, because it's kind of interesting, and I'm sure you all already know what it says, or well, what we think it says. It's kind of hard to tell really, because it's so low resolution. But see if I can get him to stand there. I can go into first person mode. Yeah, it kind of says L Israel 2401. That's what we think it says. It kind of looks like that. If I can just zoom in as much as I can there. Don't know what the thing underneath it is, but you know, the most interesting thing about that is the fact that the same thing appears in the Dodongo's Cavern in Ocarina of Time. I remember back when this game was newer, so you know, mid-late 90s, up until like even as recently as like 2004, people used to theorize that it meant that like Luigi was in the game and it had something to do with that number. Maybe there were that many coins in the game or something, but obviously that's ridiculous. So I'm just reading these signs for the hell of it. I don't remember what they say. I think it's just yeah, just telling you how to kill the boos, but you don't actually get anything from killing the rest of them, so I'm just going to leave those. You only have to kill this guy. So I'll just turn around and grab him very carefully. Okay, so this is the last time I'm going to enter this stage. I don't really... Well, actually, that's not true. I'm going to do something else afterwards, after I get this star. But this is the last star in the stage, so it's pretty much the same as before. I'm just going to head back up here. You'll notice that I've never actually taken the stairs like you're supposed to, because there's just no need for it. If you know how to navigate this level despite its awful camera, then there's no need to do that. And you need the vanish cap. You actually need to be kind of quick to get in here, because it does run out pretty quickly. And here's a giant eye. Is he going to notice me nice and quick? He is. So I can get him to spin around, and hopefully I can land in the star here. It's really hard for me to tell where it's going to appear. I think I might be too far away from it, actually. Yeah, just slightly. But there we go, 19 stars, that's another 8 obtained. It's everything from the courtyard. I never really have to come back here, to be honest, but I'm going to do something else inside Big Boo's Haunt, just for the hell of it. Just for a little bit of fun. This is another thing that I've shown on my channel before, but it was probably about 9 years ago. I think it was 2007 or so that I made this video. And it was made on emulator, which is kinda how I was able to do it. I'm sure some of you already know what I'm going to do, especially now that I've come in here. I'm going to kill this Mr. I first, just to get him out of the road, because I know he's going to screw everything up. And I'm going to take this elevator down. I never actually showed these rooms off, but they're just like kind of sewer passages that lead to the factory that we went to in Star 2. What I'm going to do is do a backwards long jump on this for pretty much as long as I can. And there's a couple of things that can happen. If you're playing on N64, when Mario would have enough speed to glitch out of bounds, the game would just freeze. If you're playing on an emulator, then he usually just pops out of bounds eventually into like a sort of black area. That can happen on this one. This is the Virtual Console, just as a reminder. But what usually happens is he just kind of gets stuck and takes damage, I've noticed. That's usually what tends to happen, so let's just see if we can do this. Just going to mash as much as I can, for as long as I can. Hopefully he will pop out. I'm not really seeing anything, no. He's kind of just sticking there, and I'm just kind of vibrating my hand on the button right now. I hope you can't really tell that in my voice. I'll just stop. So I'm like going so quick that I can turn around like this. If I try to jump, yeah, okay. So now I've reduced his speed a little bit, and it was enough for him to get outside. And I don't want to say that it's soft locked, but it... Well, can I do anything with this? Am I in first person mode? I think I must be like on a slope or something, because normally when you stand still and pause the game, it lets you exit level, but it's not letting me do that here. But when I go into Mario Cam, it sort of flashes out, so I think I must be on like a slope. I think that's why it's doing that. I have no idea where I am, but I feel like this is an appropriate stopping point for this level. Also, I just noticed that there's like a white bar on the right side of the screen. I'm just pointing this out because I'm sure there'll be like 19 million comments about it, but yeah, I'm not really sure why that is or why it wasn't there before. But yeah, I think that's going to do us for Big Boo's Haunt. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.